All right, Luis, let's go ahead and address your question. Luis, you there?
Yes, I am.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Okay, says you're having a hard time with the short vowel sounds. Like
Right.
eh and eh and ah and ah. Okay, so let me,
Yes,
yes,
they are
yes,
confused me.
yes. And actually, so just to let you know, is your first language Spanish?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so I am actually doing our special topic webinar for this month is going to be on the 19th of October, and the topic is English pronunciations for Spanish speakers. So we're going to go through all the most common troubles, difficulties that Spanish speakers tend to have that come up more often, because there's some predictable things, and one of those is these short vowels. Short vowels are really hard to get. So let me go ahead and and the trick, a lot of the times the trick is is kind of hearing the difference. So how did you do with the listening quizzes?
Listening quizzes.
So with the listening quiz, you know how we have these listening quizzes on each lesson? SAT, SET.
Yeah, I I passed by the second or the third time.
Okay, so it took a few times, but you were able to get
Yes.
to hear it. Okay. All right, so I'm going to do the listening quiz for you. I'm going to do it right now, so it's different than the recordings. I'm going to do it, and then we're going to contrast, and then I'm going to have you do it so that you can kind of practice saying it and see if I can hear it correct. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so listening quiz for these ones, and these are all kind of mixed up a bit. It's mostly focused on that short A, but we'll go through and contrast a few. Okay, so I'm going to say a word, and you tell me first word or second word that I'm saying. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
All right. Set, set, set.
First one.
Okay, so I said second word, set. So the first word is sat, sat.
No.
Okay, so I'm going to contrast those. Sat, set, sat, set, sat, set. So I want you to say those two contrast. Sat, set.
Sat, set. Sat, set.
Good. So the difference there, sat, you drop your jaw a little bit more. It has more of that hollow sound. Sa, ah, ah. Set, eh, has a little bit more neutral position, but they're so similar. It's, it can be really tricky. So ah, eh, ah, eh. So do that for me.
A, E, A, E.
Good. Okay, let's do the next one. Sack, sack, sack.
Second one.
Okay, so I said the first word, sack. Second word is sock, sock. Okay, so I'm going to contrast those. Sack, sock, sack, sock, sack, sock. So the difference between these two, I'm doing ah, 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 ah. So do those for me. Ah,
A,
ah.
A.
So the jaw drops a little bit more for the ah sound than ah. Ah, ah.
A, O.
There you go.
A, O.
Good. So do those two for me. Sack, sock.
Sack, sock.
Good. Sack, sock. So you do one of those. Let's do it right now. You say one of those words, and I'll tell you whether you're doing the first word or the second word.
Okay. Sock.
So the second word.
Right.
Right? Okay. Do the same thing for the first set of words. Say one of them, and I'll tell you which one you're saying.
Okay. Sat.
The first word.
Right.
Okay. All right, let's do the same thing for this number 3. So I'm going to do one of them. Block, block, block.
Second one.
Good job. Okay, so let's contrast those. Black, block, black, block. So you do those. Contrast those.
Black, block, black, block.
Good. Okay, so you say one of them, and I'll tell you which one you're saying.
Block.
Do it again.
Block.
Second word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The audio had just cut real quick while you were doing that. Okay. So then number 4. Let's do this one. An.
First one.
Good. So an, on, an, on. So do those for me.
And, an, and, an.
Okay. So then you say one of them, and I'll tell you which one.
Yep. And.
The first one.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So let's do these two. These next ones have the a and the contrast. So this is that schwa sound that we were just talking about. Versus the short a. All right. So let's see. Cut, cut, cut.
Second one.
Good. Good. Okay. So cat, cut, cat, cut. You do it for me.
Cat, 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 cat.
Okay, so say one of them, and I'll tell you which one you're saying.
Okay. Cat.
Cat, first one.
Cat. Yeah.
Good. Okay, so we're back to the a and ah sound here. So I'm going to say one of them. Fat, fat.
First one.
Good. So fat, fought, fat, fought. You do it for me.
Fat, 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 fought.
A little bit more of a jaw drop for the second one. Fought, fought.
I have a question for this one. I got to pronounce 2 vowels or only one and the second one?
So it's just the one vowel here. So what we're doing, let me increase this. So the second word is going to be fought, fought, fought. Just like got or hot.
Okay.
Fought.
Okay. Fat, 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 fat.
A little bit more jaw drop with that. So say this word for me. Say hot for me. Hot.
Hot, hot. Okay. Fat. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So do hot hat. Hot hat.
Hot hat. Hot hat.
Okay. So do one of these. Say one of these words, and I'll tell you which one you're saying.
Okay. Fat.
This first one?
No.
So okay. So that's still sounding a little bit more like an ah sound than an ah. So let's do this for me. Ah, ah.
Ah, ah.
Ah, ah.
Ah, ah.
So do on. So then do hot.
Hot.
Fought.
Fat.
So I would say that ah sound is where you want to really focus and make sure it does not sound like ah. Okay, ah versus ah. So we have hot and hat. We have caught and cat. We have bought and bat. So when we're contrasting some of these, we're going to get hot and hat, fought and fat. So kind of thinking some of that ah sound versus the ah sound. And what you're doing the ah sound great. It's the ah that we want to make sure is on more drop jaw and rounded. Okay, so do this do this for me. Say one of these words, and I'll tell you which one you're saying between these two.
Okay. Caught.
Did I spell that right? Yeah, did I spell that right? Cot? I don't know. I guess I could do like a cot, like a camping cot. All right, and then, so did you do the first one?
Cat. Cat. Okay.
Good. Okay, say one of these words, and I'll tell you which one you're saying.
Okay. Bat.
So the second one?
Yes.
Okay, how about these two?
Hat.
First one?
Right.
Okay.
Fat.
Second one?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so then do caught, bought, hot, fought.
Cat. Bat. Hat. Fat.
Mm-hmm. Good. So you're getting that ah sound. So I'd say concentrate this week a little bit more on that ah sound, so that it doesn't sound like the ah, and that will clear up a lot of that confusion with the short vowels. Okay. Let's come back again, and we'll do the short I and E contrast, and we'll go through those together and do a little bit of that listening exercise, because at first you weren't hearing it and you were having a hard time, but then as we were reviewing it more and more, you were getting that sound more clear in your ear, and you were getting it correct. Okay, so it does sometimes take a little bit of that practice. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so concentrate on that one, and come back and we'll practice the short I and short E too. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Luis.